All the guns you'll be seeing today are available on solware.co.uk, based in Tamworth. Hello all and welcome. Today is test and review day for our Reximex Zone in lovely Walnut. There'll be a few new people I'm sure here today wondering how we do this, and I'm going to explain it as best as I can. We have 3 sets of targets, 23 metres there up our garden, and what we will be doing is, the first card has got 5 small targets. If you hit 5 bullseyes, you'll get the 50 points. The second target is a straight normal target. You need to get pellet on pellet with that, but if you do it 5 bullseyes, it's another 50 points. Then we have a third round and a third card, which is called the rings. For the bigger rings you get 5 points each. For the bonus shot, which is only the size of a pellet, you'll get 15 points. So the maximum score you can hit on this test is 135. The reason we use this test is because if you watch the channel, or by all means if you're new to us, please subscribe, because we're a friendly bunch. We get on with everybody and we do try and give you the best content we possibly can here. We use this same system in our battle league when the guns go up against each other, so this is a good test to see how they will do. Right then, shall we get underway? We've got the Reximex Zone and we've got the FX Airguns pellets. Let's see which one how we can get on today and see how this gun does. Our first 2 cards are ready. There's 100 points there to be scored up the garden. Let's see how the Zone can do. He's in card 1, which is these small 5 small targets. Let's see who gets on with those first. Oh, it's a miss straight off. Not a great start at all. Gets the second one now. Third one's good. Fourth one's good. Fifth shot's good. We move over to the second card. Good. Yeah. Last one. So out the 2 cards there, he's probably scored 98 points. I have to admit that must have been a bad pellet, the first one, because this gun has been really accurate. He's going to get the 98, so I don't edit anything, so if that's how it happened, that's how it happened. But trust me, I can tell, and you can probably tell yourself by how much that veered away from the rest of the shots. That's going to be a faulty pellet, I would have thought, or a bad skirted pellet. Nevertheless, he's still got 98 points there he scored. Let's move into round 3. Okay, he scored 98 in the first 2 rounds. Obviously there's 35 points up for grabs here. He's in the red rings. Now, if you're new to the channel, there's 4 big rings on the top there, 5 points each, and our bonus shot is just over the size of a pellet, and that's worth 15. Right, let's see how the Zone goes. Red rings for him. Just. It's okay. That's low. That's good. and that's in. So he missed one of the rings, and by a long way to the other ones. I'm just going to throw another shot in there. That again could have been a bad pellet, because I took the shot again and no problem at all. That's gone low and we're out. So, what did he score there in the end? Let's have a see. Just about got the first, second, third and fourth, so 30 points on. So 128 is his final score. It's not fantastic, it's a good enough pass though at 128. So it was 128 in the end for the Reximex Zone. Going to be quite honest with you, did expect a bit more. I was looking for a 135 out of this, to be honest with you. I thought it was that accurate when I put it through its pellet test. I thought that's what it'd do. It seems to have picked up a little bit of a wobble. Don't know why. Sometimes it veers left, sometimes it veers a touch right. I can't see it being the pellet's fault. The pellets put 10 on top of one another in its pellet test, so there's something not quite right at the minute, so I'll try and find out what that is. But a 128 is a pass and it's done okay. Now, to carry on with the review, what do I think of the gun? Well, I love the look of it. I think it looks stunning in walnut. I've put an Atsand silencer there on the end. You can see it's been heavily coated and all. It's really dark, this walnut is on this. The aesthetics of the gun are lovely. The one thing I'm not quite so sure about is, obviously Reximex have had to change the design round on this to put the magazine upside down to what you normally would in a gun. Usually you put it in flat side down. This time you have to put the magazine in upside down so it goes into that way. And yeah, it can get it, well, it's actually that way with the ball first in and the flat on the top. Which is not normally how you would fill a Reximex, so it does get a bit confusing sometimes, especially when you're used to a standard Reximex. Now, besides all of that, what did I think of the gun? Well, it's done okay, 128 okay. I'm still not quite sure why it's not spot on accurate. I mean, this has been tuned by Aiden at Solware and it's a little bit wavering around. I will be honest with you, like, and say that it throws out a curveball shot every now and again and you're thinking, hey, what happened there? So obviously I'm going to check all the gun over later on to see whether I can find out what is causing that, because when it comes through into the Battle League it's going to make a bit of an embarrassment of itself if that keeps performing like that. So I will check that over. Obviously Reximex, one of the Turkish brands, they are known for pushing out something a little bit better than a Kral, but I've got to be honest with you, I find the Krals perform really well. You can get a Friday afternoon gun, same as every other time with any other gun, you know, but yeah, I find Krals pretty reasonable, to be fair. I've yet to have a Reximex beat a Kral in any of the battle leagues, I don't think. The only one that ever really did do any well was our Reximex Acura. So the sad news is for this time, so far yet I've got 4 guns in at this point when I'm filming this for our next battle league, and there's not a Kral involved. We've got the Reximex Zone so far, the BSA TS Ultra, we've got the Viroc HW110, and I just picked up a Remington Vought. The reason I picked that one up, supposed to be picking up a FX DRS, but it never materialised, and they told me that's the gun that more or less copies it because it's got its tank surrounding the actual barrel. Back to the Zone. The Zone itself, as I say, lovely put together, obviously regulated. The reason I've not chronographed this gun is because I know there was a lot of time used on this gun to set it perfectly with the regulator to 11.7 foot-pounds. So that should be the case still now, nothing's changed, so it's still pumping out 11.7 foot-pounds. Hayden little bit of a guru with these guns down there at Seoul, where he set it all up. I don't know if you've seen the little short on our channel when this was being done, but every shot was 11.7 once he'd done a little bit of tinkering and fiddling, and yeah, it's performing as it should. As I say, the only thing I'm a little bit uncertain about at the minute is it does seem to have a little wayward shot now and again. Whether it's a pellet problem or anything else, I'm going to be doing a little bit of testing later just to see whether I can find out what that problem is. As I say, when it went through pellet testing, this put 10 pellets right on top of one another when I was pellet testing it, so I don't think it's the pellets. I think it's either something to do with the silencer. I know I was told with this gun that because it's regulated, sometimes you have to give it a few more seconds to get itself back up to its proper pressure before loading. It could be that, but I'm unsure at the moment. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not sure at all what's causing that little wayward shot problem it has every now and again. But obviously I want to get down to the bottom of it, because I don't want it to go into our battle leagues and struggle. It all comes down now to would I recommend the gun, really, doesn't it? Yeah, I would, because I know what this gun can do. As I say, I've seen it shoot 10 pellets on top of one another when I was pellet testing it, and it was perfect, absolutely perfect. I like the way it handles. It's obviously well designed, laser etched into the butt there. You've got the Reximex, and obviously laser etched, you've got stippling on your hand grip, which is lovely. The regulator gauges on the side. Your actual fill pressure manometer is here right at the dangerous end, but I'm unsure why they couldn't have put it there, but I'm sure that there's some reason in the design that they couldn't put it there. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this can do. This is the first regulated Reximex I believe we've had in, so I'm putting it up against the big guns. It's up against a Viroc, a BSA, and this new Remington Forge, which I've been told is pretty decent. So I've not actually got a chance to shoot it. Here I am waiting for parts for that gun to come so I can actually fill it of air to use it. Somewhere when it was boxed and ready to go out to a customer, they forgot to put the accessory pack in with the filler probe and everything else, so that's being sent out to me at the moment, so I'm waiting to get that so I can try this Remington Forge out. But back to the zone today, and yeah, it's passed. It's done a 128. I feel it could have done a lot better than that, because I know what this gun can do. I'm going to have a play with it after I finish this video now and see whether I can find out what that problem was and if I can solve it. If I do, I might do a rerun of round 3 just to show you exactly what it can do when it's at its best. But that's the test and review for the Reximex Zone today. Nice looking gun. When it's on sung, it's really a cracking target gun, it really is. But it didn't show that for himself today, sadly, due to the fact is there's something there that's not quite right. I noticed the first shot in round 1 veered off terribly as well. Again, unsure why. But yeah, I'll have a play and I'll have a fiddle and I'll see if I can get to the bottom of it. Thank you all for watching. See you all very soon in the next one. Bye bye.